What's up, guys? Expel here, and today we are going to be starting a brand new series on the channel called Warzone for Dummies. I'm not here to call anybody dummies, obviously. It's just a catchy name, and I think you guys would really appreciate the funniness of it. Really, what it is Warzone for beginners, and it's basically covering a lot of the things that most like professional and most high tier players really already know, but it's something that I think would be very useful for some people, even in the high caliber players, to learn maybe a thing here or there that might help them. So today our first episode is going to be on movement, and we're going to be covering a couple of things. I'm going to be showing you guys some gameplay, as well as literally walking you through how to do everything that I say. So I really think you guys are going to appreciate that. I will remind you that there are timestamps in the description down below, in the in the pinned comment in the video playhead. So please feel free to use those at any point throughout the video. But before we hop into anything, it'd be greatly appreciated if you guys would consider dropping the video a like if you do go on to enjoy, subscribe if you're new around here, as well as turn on notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. You can also follow me over on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. all the way up until 2, which is when my videos go live over on the YouTube, over on this place right here where you're watching this one. And then also feel free to follow me over on Twitter and join my Discord, all linked down below in the description, along with all of my other social media. I highly recommend Twitter. Been getting really active over there, and Discord very active on there as well. Regardless, let's go ahead and hop on into things, and let's go over every bit of movement that I feel that you guys probably need to know. And if you have anything else, please drop them in a comment down below. We do not have double time. That is not on this class, so you can use this with any class setup that you want. Feel free to. I highly recommend that if you're going to do some of these, they're much more useful with lighter weapons, but you don't have to use lighter weapons. But whenever we hop into Warzone and I show you clips of me using this, I will be using some lighter weapons, some SMGs, stuff like that make it a lot easier to hit those shots. Regardless, we've got 4 things we're going to be going over, and the first thing is going to be slide shots and jump shots. Basically, the way these are going to work they're basically some like the most simple things you could do, right? But a lot of people don't implement them into their gameplay because they don't know how to do them. They don't know how to properly pull it off. They may not have the aim for it, whatever it may be. First things first, you do need to work on your aim, and that's something that everyone needs to learn to get better at, is just simply aiming. So off the rip, let's say you want to you've got an enemy sitting on this wall right here, and you have to get over here no matter what, because you have a teammate or something like that needs your help. So you're going to need to hit a slide shot or a jump shot to either hit him in the face or to get behind this box right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide and get behind the box to where that guy can't see us. Now, another thing you can do is full force, go all the way across, and then jump at the end of your slide. This is kind of like a mixture of the two, but this is not, a normal thing that everyone does. It's very useful to do, though. That's kind of like more advanced than most people are going to do, but really it comes down to just sliding and hitting the shot right there. So we slide and then we shoot. We can even, if someone's like right there, we slide and then shoot. You can't really aim down a lot of the time. Whenever you aim down, it like kind of slows down your slide, which is fine. But if you don't aim down, you slide a bit further. So it's very helpful whenever you do the slide to get underneath people's shots, because a lot of people are going to be aiming maybe about the head or something like that. I have this weird issue where I look down a lot of the time. You need to get your aim a little bit centered and get ready for people to be sliding and jumping and stuff like that, because if someone comes around the corner and they're sliding and you're looking down, you're good. But if they come around the corner and they start jumping and aiming and shooting at you like that, it's going to be very different. And this is the jump shot, right? So what you do is you jump around a corner, or even if a guy's shooting at you, just jumping and stuff like that to get out of the way of the bullets is very helpful. Now you might notice that whenever I do the jump, I'm looking one way, and then as I run and jump, I turn to look at where the enemy would be at. Let's say the enemy's at these tires. So I'm going to run, jump, and look at the tires, and then run, jump, look at the tires, run, jump, look at the tires, over and over. Just get your aim to where you're happy with it and where you can hit your shots, right? So that's the jump shot. Very simple technique, nothing overwhelming here. So what you do is you literally just slide, jump. And if you don't know how to slide, all you do is you press your crouch button whenever you're sprinting, and it'll push you into a slide. Now, one cool thing about, and actually, never mind, we're going to get into this in a couple of minutes. I'll tell you exactly what we're talking about in just a minute. But that's how you do the slide and the jump shots. Very, very simple, not overwhelming at all. The next thing we have on our list is going to be something a little bit more intense, and that's going to be the slide canceling. And this is something that's actually very, very similar to like the slide shot, but it does help you a lot in other aspects as well. So let's say you you have somebody right here that you want to hit, but you don't want to slide all the way out or something like that. You know, this guy's like aiming over here. He's expecting you to push that far. You slide and then you cancel your slide. So this is the slide cancel, right? What you do is you go into the slide as you normally would, right? You're going to be sliding. But as soon as you press the button, you can actually stop that slide by pressing the same button again. So we come around the corner, we slide, and then we stop. And then we can push back left if we get behind the box or something like that. So that's another good thing to be doing, is the slide cancel. It's not super, super hard to do. You just got to remember, you know, you might have to go right back into a sprint or something like that. You might have to press down on your analog stick to get that sprint going again. But what this also helps with is the speed of your run, because it actually keeps your run going at full speed basically constantly. So you can just keep full sprinting all the way around the map. It makes you faster. It makes you a harder target to hit. And you're just so ridiculously quick. And I'm not joking about that. But it can also put you in a good spot to have an advantage on somebody. You know, they're expecting you to keep running. You just slide cancel and you start shooting. So that's how the slide cancel works. Another thing that's not very overwhelming, but again, these are things that you're going to want to implement into your gameplay. And once you get them all implemented, you're going to see a huge, huge difference in the way that you're shooting people, the way that you're hitting your shots, the way that you're outsmarting your teammates and stuff like that. Now, the next thing we're going to be setting up for you is one of the most simple things, you know, anybody has ever seen, and that is going prone mid-battle, or as the boys call it, drop shotting. Drop shotting is something that's been around since about Modern Warfare 2, at least, you know, big time Modern Warfare 2. And what it is if you lay down super, super quick, like let's say you're getting up to somebody, you just lay down, they're going to be shooting at where your body is. They're going to be going for like chest and head. You're going to be ducking underneath those shots. This is like taking the slide shot to the next level. So you're going to want to duck underneath those shots. So you got a guy right here. He's aiming at you. You just lay down. You start spraying, right? Lay down, and there it is. Lay down. There it is. Lay down. There it is. Now on PC, you can set up one key to do this, right? You can set up one key to automatically go prone. For me, I have it set to my control key, and I just hit it with like the back of my hand, right? Not super difficult to do on PC, but whenever it comes to controller, you actually have to slow down and stop rather than just press and hold the button. Because if you press and hold the button, you slide whenever you're running. So you have to come to basically like a stop, not fully stop, but like at least do that. Hold on. You can't be sprinting is basically what I'm getting at. So if you do that, you can do it. But if you're sprinting, it's really not going to work. So that's kind of the sad part. But it, you know, it's not awful. You just have to slow down a little bit whenever you're doing stuff like that. Just to a walking speed. Maybe pull back on your analog stick just really quick. So going prone or drop shotting mid-fight is very, very helpful because people really don't expect it, and you can get them off guard. And a lot of this really is just trying to catch people off guard. Now, last but not least, our final movement tip is going to be something that will always, always be super huge in Call of Duty because they refuse to change it. And that is going to be head glitching. And I'm showing you right here what it is. You can do it on a lot of surfaces, but right here, you know, if a lot of your body is hanging out, it's not as good as if just your head is hanging out. So let me explain this. You see from your head on Call of Duty, but you also shoot from your head on Call of Duty. You don't shoot from your body as you normally would. You shoot directly from the forehead, which means if you can see, you can shoot. Even, you know, it's just because it is in first person, it's really hard for them to change it because it wouldn't make sense. But it's a really good thing to use for an advantage, right? So say you're in a spot like this, you got a guy coming up right here. You can shoot him, and it'd be a lot harder for him to shoot you whenever you're in a stance like this. The next thing you can do is also mount your weapon. Now, this is something new to just a couple of games within Call of Duty, but specifically in this game, it's very, very useful. And that is just pressing whatever key it is to mount your weapon on an object. And you can do this not just on the head glitch, but on walls and stuff like that. And it does basically head glitch for you on walls. So it's very, very useful. It makes the head glitch a lot more viable. And on top, the only issue is that it takes a second to get into it and it takes a second to get out, right? You can full sprint out of it. You just have to make sure to set that up in your settings. So say you want to shoot right here. I'm going to show you what it looks like whenever you shoot without pulling down or anything at all, adjusting your aim. I'm going to show you what it looks like whenever you just press and shoot. So that's a full clip by just pressing and shooting. But when we mount, we don't even get above that second wall in all reality. So it's very, very useful to keep your aim accurate. But on top of that, it also makes it easier for you to adjust your aim. So I can literally just pull my aim back down and start shooting directly at that corner on the box and hit a lot more shots, as you can see. It just makes it a lot easier to hit your shots, and it makes you a lot more accurate. And on top of everything, you've got more cover than the guy that you're shooting at. I use this constantly. You guys are going to see it in a lot of my gameplays. It is a very, very useful, and I highly recommend it. You give it a shot. But let's go ahead and switch on over, and I'm going to discuss with you some of these moves within Warzone and, you know, give you an example of what everything looks like whenever you're implementing it and how useful it really can be, and also just catching people off guard. So let's go ahead and switch on over to Warzone and let's discuss. Now, I do have this gameplay already, but we're going to discuss and talk over it. So this first clip is basically going to be our head glitch clip. I'm going to, you know, it's an active use of it within Warzone. It's very simple. It's not something we're gonna have to go over twice, but I will show you. Simply put, it's basically, I saw this guy right here, I start popping shots at him, I get his armor broke, and then I keep using each one of these little barricades as a head glitch, mounting it, making sure my shots are going to be accurate, especially using an LMG in this circumstance. So I've got that LMG, I've got the accuracy, and I'm trying to use it to my advantage. Now I sat here and I waited. He didn't come out, and I was like, okay, well, he might just be healing up, so I'm gonna have to put myself in a better situation. So I keep pushing up slowly, 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 until I realize I might have to move forward enough to actually see him. I pop a couple shots, and then I back up, get behind the head glitch. He peeks out. He actually had really, really good aim there, and he hit quite a few good shots. Now, that's a perfect example of what to do with a head glitch, what to do, you know, whenever you feel like you don't know if you're going to be accurate enough against somebody that might have an SMG up close, so you have to use something like that. Now, this clip right here actually is a lot of different movement, and I just wanted to share it with you. Right here, I'm trying to use a head glitch. It was just a very, very intense battle, but I had another guy start coming up immediately after. So that was a simple head glitch, nothing fancy. I didn't have to get crazy with it, but I had another guy right here who was hitting insanely good shots, and I really wanted to win this gunfight. So I keep, you know, peeking around corners, using the mounting to see if I can hit more shots than he can, but he has such a good shot. So I take a second, I back up, I use my movement, I move around and trying to weave in between things, and then I go ahead and put on my plates. Now that I'm healed up, I realize I've got 21 bullets. I gotta hit at least a few shots. I ended up breaking his armor with a jump shot there, mind you, and then I see this guy right here. I'm like, okay, he's gonna back up. I'm gonna jump on top of this, give myself a height advantage, and take him out. Super, super easy, but it was a lot of health that was being taken from me, so I realized that he was a good player. I had to play it entirely differently and play it where he wouldn't know what was going on. This clip right here, actually, it ends up being a jump shot. I jump over. I actually missed a few shots, but he had to readjust his aim as well. So it gave me a little bit more of an opportunity to actually hit a few more shots than he did, which gave me the kill. And we'll look at this one more time. I jump out. You see me readjusting, but he's shooting to the side of me because I made that jump shot. And that comes in super, super clutch. This clip right here is going to be me hitting a prone, a drop shot. And you'll notice that whenever he starts shooting, I actually start standing up just in case I do need to move, just in case he hits quite a few shots here. And we'll look at it one more time. I drop down, hit some shots. He starts shooting. I see the shots and I start standing up just in case I need to move. Give another example here, along with our sprint cancel to make us move faster here. We got a guy right here. I lay down, do the exact same thing, stand back up as soon as I see bullets and start moving. Exact same thing, exact same thing. So very, very helpful whenever you guys are in a gunfight and people start moving to also, or start shooting to also right here, stand back up and just get ready to get out of the way. So it's always about having better movement than your opponent and putting yourself in a better situation, especially when it comes to shots like this. Now, this is a very, very smart play, and I wanted to show this a very, very ridiculously smart play. So I run up, I've got dead silence on, and I open this door. I don't see him, so I run around. He's probably thinking I went through that door because I have dead silence and he can't hear me. So I bust through this door and I slide past him. Bust through the door. We slide past him, adjusting our aim mid-slide and shooting with our hip fire. And we hit so many shots. He doesn't even get a shot on us because that's it's such a viable option in that situation. It's such a helpful thing to do, is just slide around them and have a better aim than them to shoot back at them whenever they miss their shots. And right here, we got another drop shot. He started to do the same. You can see that he crouched down. I don't know if he was on controller or on mouse and keyboard, but he missed a few shots. I dropped down. He didn't make the full drop. And I realized there was another guy around me. This is an insane clip, by the way. Another guy around me, and I see him right there. Now, right here, I miss, I don't want to talk about it. I pressed the wrong button, but I missed my C4. So I toss it up and I hit him one time right there. So I know he's going to have to back up. So I push in. I take the opportunity to push in. We do it slow. I'm going to make a jump right here just in case he was right there. And then we hit a drop shot. He doesn't even hit a shot. Absolutely perfect. So ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for the video. I hope this was super, super helpful for you guys. I tried to put in as much knowledge as I possibly could into it. If it was helpful, it'd be greatly appreciated if you guys would do me a huge favor and drop the video a like. I didn't plan on this being a very long video, but trying to explain these things and you spending maybe 15-20 minutes to learn why they're useful and how to use them, I think it's very worth it in this circumstance. But either way, if you did go on to enjoy, it'd be greatly appreciated. You drop the video a like, you subscribe if you're new around here, as well as turning on notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. You can also follow me over on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. EST, all the way up until 2 p.m. And that's actually when my videos go live over on the YouTube, on this channel. Seriously. It'd also be cool if you guys wanted, you could follow me over on Twitter. I dropped some some hot takes over there, as well as just some of my thoughts and just being thankful and grateful for you guys just being the best. And then my Discord's down below if you ever want to get a little bit more personal and have a conversation with, some of the other people in the community. Regardless, thank you guys immensely for watching. I really hope you did go on to enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.